Hello and welcome to Deconstructing the Construct. I'm Lisa M. Harrison, and today I'm being joined by one of my friends and LMH members, Russ. And today we're going to go over the anomalies in the sky again. Back in, I guess, November of 2016, there was a conversation with Lilo where she asked me to go outside and look up. She said, "Look at the sky, can't you see? Can't you see?" And at the time, no, there was nothing to see out of the ordinary. It was a lovely day. There was no chemtrails, which I suppose in itself was unusual. But apart from that, there was not much going on. However, in the last year, that has certainly changed. The evidence of what people are calling a sun simulator, a second sun, a shield to hide the sun, or other anomalies in the sky. The colours that we are getting are just extraordinary, never seen before. The light shows, what appear to be Star Wars activity going on up there. There is a lot going on. And I was pondering the other day exactly what would be really going on the ground here if we could see everything that's going on. Because what we are seeing is what manages to be missed by all the cover-ups, what manages to slip through. That's all we're seeing. There are plenty of people who will tell you that there are ships up there that are cloaked. And yet, the body of evidence is still enormous. But what would be happening on the ground if we really could see it all? As far as I can tell, it would be absolute chaos. Everybody would be screaming that their narrative is playing out. Whether it's Armageddon or the Rapture or Blue Beam or a genuine alien invasion or the event or... So it's probably better off that it's not all coming through. But for those who are looking, they're definitely seeing. And my mate Russ is one of those people who are looking. And you can spend quite literally all day, every day on YouTube and other websites and Facebook just searching on this subject. And Russ does a lot of that. So this is what we're going to show you is just like a minute sample of what's been presented over the last few weeks. And possibly even just the last week. I haven't seen the collection he's put together yet, so I will be seeing this for the first time along with you. But welcome, Russ.
Hello. Can you see me okay?
I can see you just fine. You look great.
Hi, everybody. Well, how do you want to do it? I'm going to just take off.
Go for it.
I've put together, I thought the first thing that we would look at is the different colors that are showing up. Let me just figure this out. Where is the share screen? Share screen. Make that big. Okay, can you see it okay?
I can, yeah.
Okay, this one is kind of showing the greens. I made different folders with, I gotta tell you the truth, there's so much out there since the last show. And what we're doing today, I went through the folder to kind of pick this together today, and I was really blown away with how much stuff I had accumulated in such a short time. So I decided the only way to make this any kind of a reasonable presentation is just to sort it by colors. So I have sorted by colors, greens, purples, reds we're seeing, pinks, and then I sorted by, weird sky photos and some different things like that we'll go through. So I just thought it would be best just to click through. If you have any questions, talk to me, because I'm by no means an expert here. But these are just the first batch, kind of just showing how there are, oh, and it's not working again, dang it, hang on, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I don't know why it does that. When I make it big,
it won't scroll.
It won't scroll. It did, and then it won't.
Let's talk about Sun Simulator.
Oh, crap.
So what is the black dot?
The black dot, we are finding out now, seems to be, and that's what this video is about, whenever the black dot is there, it seems to be turning on the sun simulator.
Okay,
So the black dot,
it's not an anomaly or anything like that. It's not.
No, it's actually tech. A long time ago, we had seen some real close-ups of it, and it's not really a circle, it's a spinning cube. It's some kind of technology that is projecting the simulation, the lensing system that they've got going over the sun. So it's part of technology. And I wasn't going to start with that. So now I'm just kind of, give me just 1 second. There it is. Okay. The greens. Oh, this is going well. So lots of greens. I'm going to try to see if it'll do it now. And it won't. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, well. This is the best I'm going to be able to do for right now. My apologies. So we're seeing a lot of greens in the skies, watching 2 huge green planet orbs. I guess those were Canada. Lots of green in these images of, it's either an orb or a planet, or I'm not really sure. But this one I think was Australia. Green planet, green circular object in the sky. Greens coming out.
What's that of? The sun?
That I do believe is sun. And a lot of them, people are they're running them through filters so you can really see what the colors are, what's actually there. Yeah. You really can't see them much with the naked eye. So that's just kind of a sample.
What is that last one?
That is a screenshot that was 4:4, so this was recent. I can't remember what video it's out of. It was just to illustrate, this might have something to do with the waves. If that looks like a wave to you, I don't know.
That looks a little bit strange, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, sorry you guys, this is not working as smoothly as I had thought, because I can't get to it. There it is. Okay, so greens. So we'll look at some pinks that are very recent. I think most of these are all from this month. This was just the other day in Austria. So
that's not like, a filter at all. That's actually what.
That's not a filter. This is the sky cams that they are just always showing the sky images, you know?
Yep.
And they will literally sometimes flare into a pink and then it just goes back normal. So a lot of the pinks are really showing up again this month. They have been for a long time. Notice all the pinks, pink, pink, pink. Oh, this is another Austrian one, I believe, from that same sky cam. So seeing a lot of people, even these orbs, even if they're lens flares, you got to wonder what they're flaring off them that are making them all these different colors, because they're solid colors. They're reflecting off something. This one was another live cam. Very vivid yellow sun, more pink skies, more pink skies. Sometimes they even are a little purple, but I think those are in the purple ones.
Well, go back a couple. That.
Yeah, yellow.
But the way, is that supposed to be just the sun?
I guess it is somehow, the yellow sunlight is somehow bleeding into this. I don't believe this is filtered because it's coming from a live cam. So this is what it's saying. And there's been quite a few this month. I think 2 that really stand out of really weird stuff happening over, I think it was the Miami cam, with the sun would come up and then it would just kind of fade. The sun is rising earlier than it should, and then the simulator will come and mask over it. There's been a lot of videos about that. Again, the pinks, the weird colors showing up. Pink, orange in the middle. These are sun. More pinks.
And what's underneath it?
Underneath this?
Yeah.
I guess that's clouds. This one is filtered because
there's a little orb in between whatever's supposed to be the sun and the.
Yeah, I was just actually watching a video just now here with the this one that was talking about how, probably shouldn't do this because it's going to mess me up, but this was just today, this was just posted. Massive striped planet accompanies inbound system. So because of the chemtrails and the lensing systems, these are really masks. So they're putting a filter over the areas so you can really see them. And this is pink. This was I just watched the day it was shot.
So is that the one that's in the square? Is that an enlargement of the one that's in the middle of the screen, or is there actually two of them?
In this case, I believe it's this one in hand. There's one of them.
Right.
There are some that she does. This lady does, let's see her site on here. I forget the name of it. But she will have it, and she'll like mask right here to highlight, and you can see what's really there by the sun. So that's a sample of that. Don't ask me what this is about. I guess the only thing I can compare it to would be what we're seeing with the, what's the word? The orbs around the sorry, I'm really tired. Halo, thank you. The halo around the sun. Just really weird things happening everywhere. More pink in Austria. That might even be the same one. Oh, this is kind of different. I don't know if you guys have seen these. This is the picture, obviously, but there seems to be bricks in the clouds, what everyone's calling bricks. There's been a couple of sightings of these. Can you see how
to zoom in?
Yeah, the last one is the biggest one. This one. And that's as big as I can.
Wow. Yeah.
And don't ask me what this is about, but this is this pic. It's this pic, and in here are these brick-looking things all in the sky. Who knows? The only thing I could think of that possibly might be some kind of an explanation is how we used to be seeing in the clouds those sky cities, those cloud cities. Maybe it has something to do with that. To me, I'm wondering if the holographic projection is not somehow breaking down.
Pixelating.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of. Bricks, pinks, purples are really interesting. Oh, sorry about that.
Okay, so purple became a thing for us as a group just over a week ago. And when the purple came in as a frequency, as an energy, within 24 hours was when we saw the ISS, Mr. BB, or MBB 33, did a video showing the ISS going, all the camera footage from there going purple, and the purple sunrise.
That's in here too somewhere. But yeah, the purples have just kind of been showing up recent. I gotta tell you, these two are from January.
Okay.
The dates that I shot them here, and I just kind of added them to show. So these are purple. They may not show up well here. Purple hues in the skies. There's some pink, but all of this it's purple hues. Purple hues. And then this object keeps coming back. This tiger striped rainbow orb. People are saying it's a planet. I have no idea. Could be either. But look at those intense colors. Is that weird or what? And this was recent. This was March 26th when these were published somewhere.
They're incredible.
Yeah. So I don't know. Purple, this blown up looks much more purple. It's not so dark. And then the pinks. This was that ISS stream I think you were talking about.
Yeah, that's it.
And then right after this started happening, as usual, the feed goes blank. And on a lot of the sky cams all over, every time things start to happen, they cut the footage. They cut the feed. Excuse me. So that's happening over and over and over again. More purples in the sky. So purple is really coming up a lot. This looks more purple big than it does now, but there's purple.
Yeah.
This, you can't really see that well either, but much purple working through the dark. Purple orbs or whatever it is. Purple around this orb. And there's a dark spark there. Might be the shadow. This has a purple hue all around it. Just like with the pink hue. And that's the last one. I forget what that is, but more purple. So is this helpful to do it this way?
Yeah.
And then red. It's just the only way I could make any sense out of telling you guys, showing you guys anything about it. So this one was, oh, this was that sandstorm, the red sandstorm. I think it was in Iraq.
Yeah, I think so.
Reds and oranges. Red orb here. Lots of red skies, purple. Reds, purples.
They're so intense.
Yeah.
Colors.
Reds. Some reds in here.
What are we looking at there? Do you know? Is it?
It's they're close-ups of captured orbs. And you know, a lot of these things I just pull from the video because honestly, you might sit and watch one video that's 30 or 40 minutes of absolute boredom, and there might be 2 or 3 little frames and it's like, oh, okay, this is why we're watching this. So that's kind of what I capture sometimes. I don't remember if this specifically was it. This one was in Thailand, and I've got a close-up at the end of it, but it's red all around the sun. And then more intense reds. That's more pink. Don't know why that's in here. Notice the purple?
Yeah, very.
The deep, extreme colors. And I do not believe these are filtered. They didn't look filtered. They just looked live. But, you know, don't take that to the bank either. But some intensity. Reds. Reds, even though it looks more orange, that might be more orange. You can kind of see the red there. I guess that's sun or moon. I can't remember. Red orb. And then more of that sandstorm, more reds.
It looks like an X-ray of somebody. Or something.
That had to do with the Red Dragon constellation. This, I think, was one of the photo right here, the Dragon of Revelation. Yeah, Red Dragon. And this had to do with that constellation. And they had, this picture is what they blacked out on the cameras or whatever. That one little part, this is what they were covering up. And it has to do with like birthing new energies or something. I don't really know. I don't pretend to be an expert. I'm just saying, here's kind of what I found this week. So lots of, you know, just colors. The colors are really amazing. That, whatever that thing is, you know, I guess that's sun. And then it's just changing colors as it goes through the clouds. You can't, I really think that obviously lots and lots, and there's that Thailand picture, close up with the intense red around it. And this yellow is probably the real sun, and this is probably the simulator. Lots and lots to see. Reds, and then rainbows, lots of rainbow stuff.
Yeah, this is reasonably new.
Yeah, this is all since the last show. And the dates are down here. You can see them while I'm clicking through. Yesterday, March. So, but look at the rainbow colors. I mean, just multiple colors everywhere. This, I think there was an explanation for this, but I just thought it was really kind of pretty. That was a security vid. There is a logical explanation for this. I forget what it is. It's something Aurora-like. So there's a possibility that's not anything particularly special. But look at the tiger. I think they were calling that the tiger because of the stripes orb. And then we have pink here. Yeah, these are, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to make these bigger. I know they're not really easy to see, guys. I'm sorry to figure this out. So again, to show the colors, rainbow colors, the intensities, the reds. I mean, these colors are just so bizarre. You just can't, I don't really know what to think about a lot of them.
Oh, wow.
And these are all this month. Just look at the varying colors you've got. Your greens we're seeing our purples, pinks, oranges. This intense yellow. I mean, just
what is that going through though?
Who knows? I can only imagine a chemtrail trying to cover this up, because that's usually what they do. Is like if there's an object you can see, because I've personally seen it firsthand looking out at the ocean. in the Bay Area where I was seeing the double sun, and the plane they just drive right through. So I'm imagining that's what they're doing here. So it will fade out any of these colors that's happening, so nobody can really notice them. So that was that, reds, rainbows. There's a couple member photos that were interesting. And I hope nobody's mad at me because I did not ask for permission. But some members are saying things with, colors around here. I believe that one was North Carolina. I believe this one was Canada. The purple intensities.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the colors. These are all from members posting them here. If any member has a problem with it, please contact Lisa Harrison. And she will send you a complaint form. But look at the intense colors. I mean, these are, everyone's seeing these. This is not like really complicated anymore. It's just you can go out in the backyard right now and well, maybe not right now, and find weird stuff. Maybe do the weird sky ones next real quick. And then there's a couple of little video clips I wanted to play to point out something. These are just weird sky pics from this month. Weird meaning whatever you want it to mean. Lots of double orb planets. Poland, obviously double sun. Webcam in Alaska. These weird orbs are showing up. Many colors. Many things that shouldn't be there. Yeah. Don't ask me what this is.
Oh,
Could this
wow.
be a wave? Could that be a wave?
Oh my Lord. So are we looking at the sun setting or rising? And then
I believe this is sun setting. I believe. I'd have to go and recheck. And I'm not even sure that it's clear in the videos. You watch so many, I kind of forget what's what. I believe that's the sun setting. And what looks like is happening to me is they've taken the contrast down. That's why this is so dark, so that you can see what's there really well. So yeah, and then just look at this bizarre scribble stuff. I mean, this one's really weird. That looks like one of those.
That's been around for years.
Has it?
Yeah.
I pulled it off of something the 30th. But yeah, I have never seen that one before. So yeah, and then WSO Steve Olson, he's all, this is getting ridiculous. Meaning these are just so common. I mean, it's happening every day. More of these. That's the prism thing I'm going to talk about next. I think it's next. Well, don't ask me what that is.
No.
And then this one, this is a double sky. This one, double sun. So here's a light source. And then up here is another light source.
Yeah. Quite.
So that, I think we've done all of that. Let's do halos and flares and then the prism thing, I think. So again, halos around the sun and moon.
We had, and I don't think I've got a photo of it on my computer, but we had an incredible halo around the full moon the other night.
Did you?
Huge, like that.
Multicolored or just normal or?
Yes, multicolored.
It's 8 o'clock.
Sorry, it's 8 o'clock here. Pinks.
No, okay.
I don't know if that really constitutes a halo, but I think bigger you can see that. This little thing, I don't know what it is. It's something that showed up reflecting out of somebody's bedroom light or something. This is in the house, it looks like to me.
Yeah.
But look at the colors.
Yeah.
I mean, what's causing those? Planet. Things behind the sun. Halos around the sun. This is part of the simulation. The pink is probably what's bleeding through somehow. This one was interesting. There's your tiger one. Mm-hmm. Yellow, pink. That was off of that space thing with the car. I'm gonna put it in because of the colors. I don't know if I buy that, but some interesting colors. Halo with more interesting colors. Halos and orbs. This has a little rainbow thing going on here. These things are part of the simulator, I believe. Don't know.
Almost looks like a Mandelbrot right there in the middle.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Orange orb now. That's part of what you can see, obviously. It's part of a sphere. Okay, what else? You bored yet? The prism skies.
No, I'm just a little bit blown away. I mean, it's just daily.
Do you have anything you want to talk about before I do these last little bits?
No, let's get straight into them.
Okay. The prism, I'm pointing this out for a reason. So this is when I'm talking about prism skies, this is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And then let me show you why I'm now calling it prism skies is because of this video. This I can blow up. So watch, it's only 28 seconds. Sorry about the funky music, but can you see when they're running light through a prism? This is just a prism on the floor. The patterns that it makes, it's the same kind of patterns we're seeing in the sky. I could lose the music. It's a little funky. So my reason for showing you that was simply to illustrate, what do you think that looks like now? It's just, it's the same effect.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Right here.
Okay, so what's the chat?
Half skies and stuff. I mean, it's the only thing that logically that I've seen so far that makes sense of that one.
So what's the chat
about that
then, Russ? What are people assuming?
Oh, hang on.
Or investigating or researching to try and explain these effects? I mean, yes, it looks like light through a prism, but how does that work?
Well, there have been a couple of videos this month. I think Earthly Patriot was one of them. There's a couple of really, really good explanations with here's why and stuff like that. And I do not have those prepared. I think I posted them in the members area. But honestly, there's so many, I just can't keep them straight. If you want, I can, if we do this again sometime, I can have something like that queued up.
Yeah, cool, thank you.
So, yeah. And then the other thing was Prism Skies. I wanted to play this. This is just the last of it. This is Steve Olson, WSO, I think. Yeah, WSO. This little part about the sun simulation. This is when you were asking what this dot is.
Yeah.
This is where I got this little revelation today.
But we know that the sun simulator, here's a little square, you see the square, you see the dot, right? We know that's a sign of the sun simulator being on is when we see the dot. I've done 1,000 videos on this, okay? But watch this as the sun sets. Where did the black dot go? Why did the black dot disappear from this front frame to this frame? Black dot here, black dot here. That's because the sun simulator turned off. That's our real sun right there. It's just a small point with a Fresnel prism lens that throws the light out that makes it look brighter, right? So it's bright, bright, dull, dull. And then we've got an orb right above it. So again, guys, the simulator is pretty easy to prove and disprove now after all the stuff I've seen. But why would the black dot disappear from there to there? Because they turned it off.
Gotcha.
You get the point.
Yeah.
Another one I wanted to point out. Oh, same thing, I think. Yeah, WSO, this guy too. This is the first time I've ever heard anybody talk about this in these terms of the sky being a planetarium, because I've been saying it's holograph, and a lot of people have been thinking it's a hologram for a long time. But I wanted to play a small portion of this. I think I miscued it a little bit when I played it.
Have you ever been to a planetarium before, you guys? You ever go to a planetarium where you sit in the seats and they do a presentation of the sky? Did you get to look at the planetarium projector by any chance when you were in the planetarium? You know what a planetarium is, right? It's just a big screen and a dome that basically this device that you see in the upper left-hand corner, or a device like it, similar to it, with multiple apertures, multiple ports coming out of it, all lighting up at the correct time to show the correct thing at the correct time on the ceiling. You've been around this community for a long time. I think you know where I'm going with this. Is it possible they're not projecting down on the earth, but they're rather projecting up into the sky? Maybe Blue Beam people believed this for a long time, that they would try to deceive us by showing us a false sky. But here's the picture that really rang this out, and I have to give credit to my friend Kirsten who sent this to us. This finally, at least it seemed like a breakthrough for me, right? But when I saw these different lights on one of those cloudy days where what you see is a round orb in the sky, but what you see when you really break that light apart is multiple lights like this, could that be a planetarium type device?
So that I thought was really interesting. And that's kind of it, other than if you wanted to see, what did I do with it? The random picks that I have. Other than that, that's kind of all I have to present.
Okay, let's go with this planetarium thing for a second.
Okay.
So you've got the flat Earth community who do, for the most part, I mean, I know that there's varying theories within that, but one of them being that there's a dome and that everything we see is projected. I'm in the whole thing's a construct simulation.
Yeah, that's why I don't care either. It's like it doesn't matter what shape the Earth is.
So the colors that we're seeing and these anomalies that we're seeing are either being deliberately programmed into the construct, into the program, by the people who are controlling it, or they're coming from outside the game in an effort to break it down. And it would appear from observation, at least for me, that it appears to be coming from outside and that it's all starting to break down. That's how it feels to me.
Yeah, and the key word I've been seeing too is breaking down. It's the technology of whatever they're doing, technology-wise, holographically-wise, whatever it is, it's just not working anymore. I don't think that they're able to fix things anymore or maintain it anymore. And I think it's just all part of whatever it is we are moving towards to get out of here.
Yeah.
I just think it's a small awakening. And what you were saying when we first started about, because I've been saying this for years, why don't they just get it over with? Tell us, let's go, we're done. But you know, after I read a lot of the comments in some of these videos I watch, like the Christian community, different communities, people really just don't get it. They just don't, I just don't know how they would react. And I think that is, I really think, one of the reasons that everything's dragging its feet, so to speak, because I think most people have to be ready for things that they're not. And I think they're getting there. I think we're all getting there. I mean, I know a lot of us are like, you know, let's go. We've been ready for 5 years. But there is something to be said about others catching up. Don't really know why, don't really like it, but that's kind of just seems to be how it is.
Oh, today is the Thursday, the 5th of April for me in the morning. Oh, sorry, no, it's just after lunchtime. And last night, just about 6 o'clock, we got a message from Oliver, and if you don't know who that is, Lulu introduced us to a different community, one that is very potentially also caught up in this construct. And Oliver being one of the members of that community. And he came through the message last night saying, and I do apologize if you've got no context for this, but it's been discussed a lot over the last year and a bit, that 3ZB was now coming through in a wave, and it was to clean us up of infection and to clean up the virus. And emotions of fear and anger were the ones that he mentioned. And at the time, and as I said, purple has been playing a big part. We went outside and we had purple skies. And I'll do my share screen now. Hang on, let's bring these up. This is a close-up. You can see the orbs. They were everywhere. But if I zoom in, what is that? I don't know. Nothing.
Another abnormality that we're seeing all over the world.
And over here, there was this red one, bright red. Tiny, but look at how bright that was. Here's another one. Again, you can see all the orbs and the colour. It was deep purples. It was amazing colours. And this, it all just happened right at sunset. That was our entertainment for the evening last night. Essentially the message was to let go of fear and let go of anger and allow it to be, just swept off you as these waves are coming in. And I know that those who are energetically sensitive have been really feeling this stuff over recent weeks. It's been a barrage and it's just been non-stop. But I want to thank you. And with this time, I know we said we'd do it last time, but we didn't really. We will post links, give credit where it's due for the photographs and the video footage. The things, we are not in Kansas anymore, not by a long shot. And for the people who want to sit there and go, nothing's happening, everything's the same. I have no words for you. I got nothing. So, thank you, Russ. So appreciate it.
You're welcome. Glad to help out.
And keep watching. Bye for now.